Hello guys, good morning. How are you? Today we'll study the chapter 2 Forest and Wildlife Resources from class 10th. So in this chapter we'll discuss what is biodiversity. You know, the variety of flora and fauna in a given geographical area is called biodiversity of area. It is called biodiversity of a area. You know, biodiversity refers to diverse flora and fauna that exist in a given area. Biodiversity implies varieties and variable of life on the earth and their interdependency and interrelationship. Biodiversity is typically a measure of variation at the genetics, species, ecosystem level. Now you see, India is rich in biodiversity and India has 8% of the total number of species in the world. It is from the source we know that there are 81,000 species of fauna, 47,000 species of flora, and 150 flowering species are endemic to India. So just you imagine, India has a great, India is the world's richest country in terms of its vast biodiversity. Forest is important resource for life and forests are the lungs of the earth for its various uses. So flora means in a collective term it is the plant kingdom. In Latin language it is known as the goddess of the flower. Flora consisting of tree, creeper, shrub, cactus, grass, etc. Fauna is the animal kingdom. It is the animal kingdom where it comprises of mammals, reptile, herbivorous, carnivorous, terrestrial, aquatic, and microorganisms like bacteria, and human being also included in it. So there are so many threats to our biodiversity. 10% of wild flora, 20% of mammals, they are now under threatened. If proper care will be not taken, one day they will be extinct. 79 species of mammal, 44 of birds, 15 of reptiles and 3 of the amphibians are threatened. The forest and tree cover only 78.92 million hectares and it is the share of the forest land in India is 24% of the total area. But as for a record, it is said that every geographical area it must have 33% of forest. Otherwise, we may face different type of problem. So these are the some important species we are now in threat. The cheetah, forest sloth owl, mountain squirrel, and pink-headed dog. They are going to be extinct already. Going to be extinct. You know the forest. It is a large area of land cover with tree, or other woody vegetation. Already I told you that forests are the dominant terrestrial ecosystem of the earth, and forests are distributed throughout the globe, and it has a great importance to our life. There are different type of forests are there. The tropical evergreen forest, it is found where the rainfall is more than 20 centimeter. In India, the western part of Western Ghat and northeast states, tropical deciduous forest is found in the other part of Indian subcontinent, where rainfall is 100 to 200, and this forest, they shed their leaves during the summer, and it is prone to the fire. Tropical thorny forest and the shrubs, they are found when the rainfall is in between 40 to 60 centimeter. The semi region of the semi desert area. Montane forest is known as the mountain forest. It is found in the foothill of Himalaya to top of the Himalaya. Horizontal distribution of forest is there. Vertical distribution of forest is there. Mangrove forests are found where delta are there. Where delta are found, Sundarban delta, Sundari tree is there. Forest, it has a great importance to our life. From forest, we get oxygen, clear water. It causes rainfall. It attracts rainfall. The forest help in fixation of nutrient, help in plant growth and other feeds us. The forest it also check different soil erosion, and it also regulate the flood, also regulate the climate. So the forest, the indigenous group, the tribal people, they were mostly dependent upon the forest. They take their cattle for grazing into the forest. They collected different forest resources for their consumption and also to sell in the market, and they get their livelihood. So if you see, the dimension of deforestation in India are increasing day by day. The forest cover in country estimated 78.92 million hectares, which is 24% of our total geographical area, which is below our national expectation, that is 33%. According to the State of Forest Report of 2011, the dense forest cover has been decreased by 10,093 square kilometer in 1997. So continuous effort has been initiated by the government and various volunteer organizations to create awareness program. Government make different rule and regulation to save the forest. We have adopted the method of afforestation. We have also created bringing awareness in the community, school and other people. They are participating in plantation of various type of trees. The State of Forest report does not differentiate between natural forest and the plantation. Therefore, the report fails to deliver accurate information about the actual loss of natural forest. Okay. So here the information given by taking both the present status of forest and the afforestation. So now let me tell you what is the wildlife. Wildlife is nothing but the animal kingdom. They are not domesticated. They were free in the nature. They find their own food by hunting. So wildlife can be found in all kind of ecosystem. So wildlife can be found in all type of ecosystem. So this is one type of ecosystem is given. So importance of forest and wildlife. You know how forest and wildlife are very much essential for our life. We are giving nothing to them, but they are giving lot of things to us. Forest act as a watershed. they are habitat of the wildlife. They give an accommodation to the wildlife. They give us economic benefit. Different type of food web and food chain and food web are developed in a ecosystem. All are interdependent, interrelated. They help in climatic control. Wildlife help in balancing the ecosystem. They maintain food chain, and sometimes we visited the forest to witness the natural beauty. Now we have developed the lion safari, tiger safari, so many things used as a picnic spot for our recreation. So now we can classify the fauna into the following category. The first one is the normal species, second one is endangered, vulnerable, rare, endemic and extinct. So normal, endangered, vulnerable, rare species, endemic and extinct species. Here you see the normal species, their population are not that much of depleted. It is now also considered normal. Their survival have no problem. So this type of thing, the cattle, you see the cattle population, sal, pine and rodent. These are comes under the normally. These are the picture of the cattle, the pine forest and the rodent. Now you see the endangered species. These are the species which are in danger to extinct. Agar if we will not take proper care and further negativity will be improved, then definitely what will happen? A day will come, they will be perish. They will be extinct. So lot of care we have to initiate. For example, the black buck, Indian wild ass and crocodile, these are belong to these endangered species. So these are the long tail macaque, then Indian wild ass, black buck and crocodile. These are the picture of some of these species. Third one is your vulnerable species. They are subjected to threat. So these are the species whose population decline to the level from where it is likely to move to the endangered category. Already they are moving toward the endangered category. If we will not check them now, again any negative factor will be perish or continue or exist, then one day they will be exist. So example are the Asiatic elephant, Gangetic dolphin are the main example. These are the picture of this. Second one, the rare species. Species with small population would move into the endangered and vulnerable category. So again here also these species, rare species, they are not found in everywhere, and their population is very small, and if they will be not given proper care, in Kerala one community is there, their number is only 17. If proper care will be not taken to them, then that community will be extinct one day. So here you see the Himalayan brown bear, wild Asiatic buffalo and desert fox and hornbill. These are belong to this category. Next you see endemic. They are found in some particular area. Which type of area? The area which is isolated from the nature or natural barrier or geographical barrier. You see the island. The island is surrounded by water four sides and it is completely far away from the mainland. So this type of environment, what happened? You can find out here the Nicobar pigeon, Andaman wild pig and Mithun in Arunachal Pradesh. They are belong to these endemic species. So this is the last year. If this endemic species will be not given proper attention, and they will be turned to the extinct group. So this is different type of species you see here. And now see the extinct species. These species are not found after searching of known or likely area where they may occur. ये पहले जहाँ जहाँ दिखाई देते थे, from where they were available, now we are searching for them or we are not getting them that area. So the species may be extinct from a local area, region, or a country or a continent, or entirely from the earth. So that is known as the extinct species, like the Asiatic cheetah and pink-headed dog. Now this is the cheetah and pink-headed dog. So these are the different things, the normal species. Then it is, if proper care will be not taken, it will be treated as endangered species. When their population again decrease, it is known as the vulnerable species. Again their population it decrease, there is the rare species. Again it will come to the endangered species. Then also we are not giving any proper attention, then it will be finally extinct. So factor responsible for depletion of flora and fauna, you know, that is the British period, the expansion of railway, agriculture, commercial and scientific forestry, mining activities, these are responsible for depletion of forest. Lot of forest has been caught by the British to use for making of ship and the sleeper, railway sleeper. You know, development at present after independence, we are having the river building project, means we are having multi-purpose dam, so many land coming under the water. Mining activities are going on in different part of the country. Different type of mining activities are there. It is, as a result, there is depletion of this flora and fauna. So many people taking their cattle into the forest for grazing and wood collection, and as a result they are causing damage to the sibling, and hunting and poaching also another factor for depletion of this fauna. Over exploitation, because rapid industrialization and urbanization, demand of forest resources, and the development of more forest based industry like matchbox, sports, and then your paper industry, they need more resources. So different type of environmental pollution also responsible for this. Sometimes the forest fire also responsible for the depletion of forest. These are the things. Shifting cultivation. So you know, Himalayan yo found in Himachal Pradesh and Arunachal Pradesh. It is a taxol, a chemical compound which is used for the anti-cancer medicine, and that species is now in danger. It is in danger. If proper care will be not initiated, they will be not found. About this gharial or this crocodile, their number also day by day it is decreasing. They are also contribute a lot for the ecosystem. So why we need the conservation? Why we do need the conservation? Because we are getting lot of benefit from the forest, flora and fauna. They are providing food, shelter, they are refreshing our environment, they are helping in different way, they are providing all sort of recreational value. The forest provides shelter for the animals, and also the indigenous group or the tribal people, they are collecting different forest based resource, selling in the market, they are leading their livelihood. So it is very much helpful to us. So that's why we have to conserve the forest. Not only that, it is reduce the global warming, it reduces the soil erosion, and it has a great impact on our environment. It also maintain the ecosystem. That's why we have to see all these things. So loss of the cultural diversity, who is known as the marginalized? The poor people, the community people, and the people living in the villages, and the forest, the tribal people. They are the marginal people. They have great faith on the forest. They worship different natural things. They require so many natural resources, forest based things. At the time of their ritual, they are also not getting all these things. Impact on the women, serious health problem it is creating. The drought and deforestation include the floods, and deforestation it develops the floods. So that's why we have to conserve all these things. Conservation of the forest, some initiation taken by the government of India. Indian Wild Protection Act of 1972, only to conserve to protect the forest from the hunting and poaching. We have listed the protected species to push up. We have make the reserve forest, community forest. We have developed the botanical garden, zoological garden for the conservation of different species. We have make rule and regulation legally, and we ban the hunting and restriction trade of the wildlife. And also we have developed different type of wildlife sanctuary, national park in different parts of the country. And there are some important names are the Nilgiri, Nokra, Gall of Manor, Tamil Nadu, Sundarban, Kaziranga Park, Jaldapara, Shimlipal, Kanchenjunga, Manas, Jim Corbett Park, Dachigram Sanctuary, Gir Forest, so many national park and bioreserve forest were made protected for the growth and development of different type of species. So we have to see this type and distribution of forest and wildlife. We have to manage, we have to control, we have to regulate them, we have to supervise them, we have to monitor them, we have to take their counting through animal census. So many things we have to do. The forest also divided into different parts. One is the reserve forest. More than half of the total forest of India belong to the reserve forest, and this type of forest only to conserve the most valuable forest and wildlife resources. For that it has made, and it is completely banned for poaching and hunting. Protected forest, these are the forest under the control of both central government and private government, and one third of the total area it is considered the protected forest, maybe the wasteland and all these things, and the government can convert at any time, can make law and converted this forest into a sanctuary, at any time, and it is protected by the forest department. And here some community they were allowed to access the forest resources, those who are living in the outskirts of the forest. So unclassified forest, this forest may be wetland, belong to the both government, government and private individual and community. And nowadays the government has given this responsibility to the community of different villages to develop a forest, and they have to look after that forest, and they have to enjoy the resources of that forest. So both the way, the local people they will able to get rid of their problem, no need to go outside to get fuel and fodder, and they also collect different type of fruits, all these things, and they can sell in the market. It also attract the clean the environment, it also give a greenery, it also increase the water table of that particular area, and that's why this importance of this forest is more important. And now we are giving more importance for the community development forest, we are giving more importance for this community development forest. So reserve forest and protected forest is known as the permanent forest, Reserve and protected forest also it is maintained for the purpose of timber and forest product. Madhya Pradesh has the largest area under this permanent forest, and total area of Madhya Pradesh till today it is 75% of the total area under forest coverage, and all northeast state and some part of the Gujarat also the high percentage of forest, but and Jammu Kashmir, Uttaranchal and all this area, but other and Andhra Pradesh leaving all these state, other state the percentage of forest is below national average, that is below 33%. So we have to take some forest conservation strategy. We have to regulate and plan cutting the tree. We have to control the forest power. We have to do the reforestation and afforestation. We have to check the forest clearance for agriculture and habitation purpose. You have to utilize the forest product in a judicious way. Forest and forest product should be utilized in a judicious way, and we have to develop some forest management methods. Time to time it should be changed, it should be properly monitored and improvised, it should be monitored. So role of government in forest conservation, government had make different type of act. Forest Conservation Act of 1980, an act to help the conservation of country forest, strictly restrict and regulate de-reservation and forest use of forest land for non-forest purpose without the prior approval of the central government. Then conservation of wildlife, 14 bio reserve forest has been set up in the country. They are Nilgiri, Nanda Devi, Great Nicobar, Manas, Shimlipal and Dibru Saikhoba. These are the important, that is bioreserve forest. And also we have make tiger project, project rhino, project Great Indian Bustard, and many other eco developmental projects has been initiated in our country to keep our environment better, to make our environment free from pollution, to reduce the global warming, all these factors, and to provide something to achieve a sustainable development. So it is very important the role of the community. The village people, they have to take the lead. Government given lease to certain people, certain area, they have to look after it. They have to go for plantation of medicinal plant or the fruits plant and all these things, and they have to take care of this. Wherever the mining activities is there, that we have to check. Sariska Tiger Reserve Forest, Rajasthan, some villagers, they are still fighting to stop the mining activity. Chipko movement was started in 1970 by Sundar Bahuna in Uttarakhand, Uttaranchal, है So to reduce the height of that dam, the rise of farmers and citizen groups like the Bej Bajao Andolan was started in Tehri and Nabdaya. So many type of movement was started in India, and now also we are creating awareness, because you are the future citizen of India. It is your responsibility to look after the forest, because why we are keeping this chapter in your syllabus, because you are the future citizen. You have to think judiciously, you have to think about your environment, we have to think about the scarcity of resources. Accordingly, you have to go for afforestation, and you have to think about the sustainable development. eh? And that's why all these things we are teaching you. So unless we'll save them, we cannot protect ourselves. So save the flora and fauna, automatically they will save our life. Don't let them to be a history. because if they will be perish, if they will be extinct, and it will be a history for us, and we cannot get anything more from it. Okay, thank you student, thank you.